What is cracking, guys? Welcome back to another video. This one's going to be more of an installation type video. Nothing crazy, didn't get anything super cool for the DA, but I do have some header wrap. So I got 2 rolls of this, and I've been meaning to do this to my header for a while since I did the swap. Partially aesthetically because my header, it's a KTUNED 4:2:1 budget header. So after a few heat cycles when I originally did my K swap, it kind of turned like an ugly brownish color, and it just doesn't look good. But I also wanted to keep my underhood temps at a minimum. That and using header wrap has an added bonus to it, because basically exhaust gases, the hotter they are, the faster they flow. So if you're wrapping it with that like thermal type wrap, it's concentrating the heat and keeping it in the pipe and not like radiating out, which means the exhaust gases will flow faster. So not that I'm gonna like see any horsepower gains or anything off of that, but it'll just be I don't know, cool to know, I guess, that my exhaust gases are flowing a little bit faster. But the trick to this is there's 2 ways I can go about this on my car. 1992 Acura Integra, if you're new to the channel, just talking about the video, with a K28-2. So if you know, the header is on the back of, like, on the firewall, towards the firewall, I'm sorry. So basically what I have to do is, without a lift, there's not too much of an easy way to go about this. I either have to jack the car up as high as possible, or I have to take the wheel, disassemble, or, you know, separate the ball joint, take the axle out, take the half shaft off, and then pull it out from beneath. I don't feel like doing that much work, so I'm going to try and get this thing jacked up as high as possible. I might be able to just get it on the one side high enough. Yeah, that might work. I don't know. I mean, I got truck jack stands over there, so I mean, I can probably get the height if absolutely needed, but I don't know. We'll have to just mess around with this and see. But welcome to the video, guys, and let's just jump right into this. So on this, on my setup here, this is extremely easy to access. It's obviously right here. Just got, I don't know, 6 12 millimeter bolts / nuts, and then my exhaust is, my header is connected to the, I guess, downpipe area midsection. 3 bolts, so just 14 mils, pretty easy. So yeah, let's do this quick, get this jacked up. I'm gonna just opt for doing it the one side first. We'll see how that goes. Still have yet to figure this out, but my dog freaks over the jack. Watch this. So, come here. She don't like it. Suppose I should probably disconnect these bolts first up here, since car might be too high for me to get them. So a bit of an issue. I just cannot get the car high enough, and I don't trust using the bricks and stuff that I have because I see some cracks in them. So I think I'm gonna opt for trying to just wrap it in the car. I've got plenty of room here to access it. I'm just trying to make my plan, I guess, on how to wrap it, because this collector pipe, or that one header pipe, is very tight against right there. So you can imagine how this may be a little bit of a tricky situation. This other one over here, I can wrap that individually. These 2 I may just wrap together. And then this one, I don't even know. I'm gonna probably have to like wrap it to here and then get that midsection, and then I don't know. I just don't really want to have to take all this apart, all the suspension and stuff, and get the half shaft and the axle and all that out just to get this header off, when I can probably just figure it out here. So I'm gonna think on this for a minute, and yeah, I'll get back to you. Because I mean, I got room to wrap it. I can crawl into the car and do up to the collector, or I'm sorry, to the joint. That's not an issue, but that tight pipe right there, that's going to be the tricky spot. So I cut this section off as a test strip. This is, I don't know, maybe 1.5 feet, 2 feet, and I definitely got to wrap these 2 headers, or these 2 pipes together. Not a big deal. I just test wrapped it, and it will work out just fine. These 2 I can wrap individually, so I'm gonna wrap them. Let's see. I'm gonna wrap these 2 together. I don't know, as much as I can right there, and then I don't really know how to do that back section though. I just looked at that. I don't know. I'll figure that out, but Can probably wrap that lower section individually, unfortunately, but yeah, I can do that. So wrap these two together, wrap these two individually, and then yeah, I guess just merge it and wrap it all as one down there. Okay, I'm gonna just opt for taking the header off. I'm gonna just do it the long way. It's so hard to wrap it back there, mostly because my knees and my back are killing me. So I'm gonna pop this freaking wheel off because there's axle out, and do it this way instead. That was so unnecessary. Now I can just unplug my two connectors, do these 3 bolts, and it'll fall off. All that work just for this little guy. So unnecessary. But it's out, so now I can more easily get this wrapping done. Because you can see my other issue, is that I just couldn't get it tight enough inside the car. So hopefully this will help me to. I mean, it'll definitely help me, but I can get it tighter now. Alright, so I got the 2 pipes wrapped as one. Right now I'm working on this individual pipe, and let me tell you, this is definitely not nearly as easy as I thought it would be. And these metal zip ties are very stubborn, to say the least. So you definitely have to have some patience to do this. That is for darn sure. But, I don't know, could be worse. Okay, I just gotta zip tie the top. So I don't really have a way that I'm measuring this. Since I've got so much, I'm not really too concerned on it. If I was doing like a V8 or something, yeah, I'd probably be counting my rotations and whatnot that it takes me to get around a pipe. But I don't have to worry about that. So I'm just kind of rolling a bunch out, and then cutting where I think should be enough. So. Should be roughly good enough for this last tube before I get to the collector. And yeah, pretty easy to at least do it this way. I mean, on the car, I don't know how I would have done this, but as is, it's not too bad. It's just a pain in the butt to keep it all tight and to get those zip ties on. So this one's wrapped, so I've got all of them pretty much wrapped as far down as I can get them. So now I'm going to just use one big old piece to wrap all the way down to right about here. Basically the collector. So yeah, definitely not perfect by any means, mosquitoes. But you know, first time doing it, really not that bad. It's so freaking difficult to get these zip ties tight. Like I'm pulling the wrap as tight as I can, even though it doesn't look good, like right there. But you know what? I mean, I'm stoked on it. Nonetheless, it looks better than, this at least looks better than this. I don't know if I mentioned this already either. You want to wear gloves while you're doing this, because this is titanium DEI header wrap stuff, but header wrap in general has fiberglass, fiber packing type whatever, so it'll make it very itchy. I don't even want to explain how difficult that was for me. I don't know why it was so difficult. I don't know why I had such a hard time, but you know what? It's done. Not the absolute prettiest. Basically what my issue was that I ran into is I tried wrapping each tube individually and then double wrapping these together, obviously. But basically what I ended up having to do is, to do it past the collector right here, I had to unravel this whole section and then get a longer one and wrap all the way down to here, and then wrap the bottom of these two together and then go like twice around all three and then tie it here and then make a new section of the rest of this coming around here. So that sucked. That really honestly sucked. That was hard. With it done though, I'm gonna just slap this back in the car. Gotta idle it for a while, because from what I've seen before when other people do this, it smokes. There's like, I don't know, fluids or oils or something on the wrap, or maybe the fiber material burning off, I don't really know. But you gotta let it idle for a while and let it smoke out so it doesn't look like your, I don't know, your motor's on fire or something while you're driving down the road. Alright, just finished up putting the suspension and wheel back on and whatnot, so yeah, looks pretty good. So I'm gonna fire the car up quick and let it idle for a while and see how much smoke this burns off, if any. I mean, I don't know if it will. I mean, assuming it will, but you never know. Smoking a little bit. It actually surprisingly quieted down the exhaust noise a little bit, especially in the cab, because I've got this like plug, this hole here for like some of my harness to go through, which is right in front of the header, and I always heard like the ticking of the valve, like the exhaust valves, like letting the exhaust gases out, and wrapping it, I guess, kind of quieted that down a little bit, which I'm stoked on. But yeah, I'll just let this smoke out for a little bit and come back to it in a few minutes. Alright, so it's been a couple hours. Before I wrap this video up, I just wanted to show you guys that if you've been watching through the last few update videos on doing my headlights and stuff like that, it's been a little tricky with the wiring, just been having issues. And one of the things you have to do with the one-piece headlights is you have to use your 3-prong socket running light thing, basically. So your running light is a 2-prong bulb, or a 2-prong socket. You have to splice your 3-prong socket on there. So I just did that, and had to fix a ground too. So now I have both running lights. Yeah, this one's a hair lighter, it's just slightly different color bulb, but nonetheless they work. So I now have fully functioning headlights, fog lights, low beams, high beams, and turn signals on the bumper, and running lights. So very, very stoked. It's been a long time since my car's had all the lights working. But I don't want to waste your time anymore on this video. Like I said, it was more of like an install type thing. So hopefully you guys found it semi-useful or enjoyable. Like I said, it's not a very, I mean, everybody keeps commenting on my Instagram post saying it's easier if you soak the wrap in water for 10 to 15 minutes. Somebody had mentioned that to me before. I think it was AD, but I didn't know. I wasn't too sure, because I watched an Eric the Car Guy video on it, and he said some brands you do, some brands you don't, and the brand that I had did not say, so I didn't want to ruin it by soaking it in water, so I just kind of sent it. But yeah, could have been easier, but you know, it's not that bad. It's just time consuming trying to figure out how to wrap it and getting it tight. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to like, comment, subscribe for more. Stick around if you're new to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.